right, so here we are. We're on another. I'm yelling a little bit because we're outside, but we got Mike, so we should be good. But here we are with another episode. We are here today with Duff Roble, and he is with Holly's House of Hope. And just before we start talking with Duff, I just wanted to let everyone know we have come up with a new brand, a new name for our podcast. So starting in January, we will roll that out, and we will have a new Facebook page, a new YouTube page. So we're going to be asking you all to join that and start following us, and then everyone can start seeing the content that we have. We have some really great things lined up for 2025, so stay tuned for the rollout of all of our new features. So Duff, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and Holly's House of Hope, and then we'll take a walk inside.
All right, well, the most important thing is I'm Holly's dad. So Holly's House of Hope, we started here about 3 years ago when my daughter really wanted to work in a clothing store. My daughter has Down syndrome, and that's important. She went to a bunch of different clothing stores around here. No one was interested in hiring her. So, you know, you do what dads do, and we built her a clothing store, right?
Wow, that's awesome.
But what really happened is there was a place called the Mosaic Free Store connected to the Mosaic Church back up in town here. And they actually were willing to work with Holly. And so she started there. They loved her. And then COVID shut the place down, and we were kind of scrambling, and we thought we just need to start our own place. And the people that ran the free store, Laura and Monty Rucker in particular, because they're on our board, they were very interested in expanding the part of the mission that helps adults with disabilities. So we added a couple of clients, moved over here. Now we're up to, and the number floats. Right now I think we have 12 clients, adults with disabilities of various kinds that work here. And so we have a store. This is Dr. Rayberger's old office. We have a store in here that is run entirely on donations from the community. And we either sell the stuff really cheap. Everything is $1.
Okay.
And
it's Christmas time, so that's a great opportunity for people to come on in.
That's right. Yeah. And we also have a voucher program, so all the local churches, the police and fire, the pregnancy center, the foster care people all have vouchers from our place, and they can get stuff free if they need it. So anybody that's really needy can come in and just get clothes for free.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
So would you like to go
Let's
in?
Go in.
Yes.
Let's go in.
And people will be showing up. So
you are a nonprofit, and your main objective is to provide work for some of your adults that are here.
That's correct.
And they all have disabilities of some sort?
That's correct.
Okay, well that's a very great cause.
Well, so here you walk in, and we've got, this is babies' clothes, and kids' clothes, and shoes, and toys. Now, the toy section is bleak because at Christmas time, if you look over here, we have a whole room set up of just toys. Because that's just for the holidays. We kind of repurpose part of our storage room with toys. So you can see we've got tons of toys in there. This normally sits outside. This is where we collect our donations. We've got miscellaneous Christmas stuff in here. And then in here, this is almost entirely ladies' clothes, so naturally it's the biggest room. We do have some kitchen and bath items here as well. But at a rough count, there's about 1,600 pieces of clothing in here. And then a couple of hundred pairs of shoes.
And this is just all from people from the community?
All from community
bringing stuff
donations.
in. And how do they need to bring stuff in during your open hours? How do you guys?
That's how we prefer it. So we are here 10:30 to 1:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We put out those big green bins, and people bring the stuff up and drop it off then. We also have those other bins out there. We really prefer to put stuff into these bins because once they go into those big bins that you saw outside where we were standing, we can't get that stuff back out. We get money for that, but we like to bring it in here and let the community have a go at it. And then if we've got, sometimes you'll get like 12 shirts that say Jackson Family Reunion. Well, you can't sell all those. So things like that go into the bin.
Are there items that you prefer not to take in?
When we were the Mosaic Free Store, we had a bigger facility. We could take furniture, things like that. Really, we pretty much limit ourselves to clothing and then small items, coats and stuff. But you can see we get some Christmas things and toys, kids stuff. We don't want furniture, or we don't want big kitchen stuff like that.
Okay.
This is all men, smaller room. And right now we're kind of thin on shoes, unfortunately. But it's the holidays, and nobody wears ties anymore, so we got a lot of ties.
And did you say everything in this store is $1?
Yes. Well, I say that we have a few odds and ends occasionally that'll be marked that are slightly more than that. But yeah, as every piece of clothing is $1, shoes are $1, toys are $1, coats are $1.
Wow.
They had been 50 cents. Everything was 50 cents, but starting with the new year, we're raising our prices.
Okay, but more or less, you're after giving work to
correct.
Some of the people that come here.
And then we've really got two things. One is this store. So we have everybody, all of our clients work here at least some part of the time. But we also have an apprenticeship program that, as best we can tell, we invented. I say that because we keep getting we've had calls from as far away as Vermont and North Carolina. Those are the two farthest that I know of, asking us how we do it. We put together a program where I will work with a client to figure out what they really want to do in the world. And then I'll go out and find an opportunity in the community, and we register this as a federally registered apprenticeship. It's part-time, pays minimum wage. Then Madison County has a program where they will cover 50% of the salary for a year. And then the state of Illinois Department of Rehabilitation Services will, because it's a paid federally recognized apprenticeship, they will pay for a job coach. So I can set up one of my clients in a business somewhere with a job coach, and they get half their salary covered for a year. By the end of that year, so far everybody that we've put through this program, they've kept at the end of the year when the 50% remit goes away, they've kept them. And part of the whole idea here was my daughter wanted to work in a clothing store. Illinois is phasing out what they call sheltered workshops over the next couple of years. But the model mostly has been piecework, where you take in work from a factory, a manufacturer, and you separate the pieces from the plastic stampings and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so that's fine if that's what you want to do. But if you have a particular job, when you didn't grow up and somebody said, here's the job you have to do, they said, what do you want to do? So when we asked Kyle what does he want to do, he said he wanted to be a firefighter. And I said, well, we can't get you a paid job as a firefighter because Highland doesn't pay firefighters. What about the police department? And he said, really? So he now works for the police. He cleans police cars.
Oh, that's cool.
We've got Liam, who, some of these are more of a challenge. We said to Liam, what's your favorite thing? He said, swimming. Okay, but now he's the guy that cleans the pool at the Cordy Rec Center.
Oh, that's
so literally
great.
In the water, cleaning the pool. Jeremy.
And you put those relationships together.
Correct.
How does, if someone is out watching this right now and they've got a family member that fits your model, mm-hmm. Do you just receive any applicants? I mean, how do you qualify someone that can come in here?
That's my wife who does the intake mostly. But yeah, contact her. We largely go through our Facebook page. Okay. And so you can get in touch with us through that or just come in. And there is an intake meeting and an intake form. This isn't for everybody, right? Not everybody wants to do this. Not everybody
But they need an outlet if they do.
Right.
And honestly, I've seen this building here a lot, and via Jeff, I've been filled in with some of the stuff, but.
Sure.
I would think a lot of people like me aren't aware of your mission. I think it's fantastic that you're providing a resource for someone that at least can exercise some kind of ability or skill.
Right.
So I hope a lot of people watch this and are aware of your cause. I think it's fantastic.
What we hope to do, we've gotten it to where it works pretty well now, and so our hope going forward is we're not going to. Franchise is the wrong word, because I don't want to have Holly's Houses of Hope all over the place. But we want to go to other small communities like Highland that are in similar circumstances where they're big enough to have a need, but not big enough to really have enough resources locally to meet that need themselves. And we want to teach them how to do what we do. And so we think that that's a viable thing going forward. We mostly run on grants, and we do a lot of fundraising, and so we do have several paid staff members, but nobody's here to make money.
It's a richer cause, it sounds like.
Yes,
Yep.
but we do think that we are philosophically. What was important to us is that we don't think of ourselves as in need of services. We provide service. This store provides a needed service for the community. And I know that because when we are, particularly on Saturdays, we open one Saturday a month for 3 hours. And on a Saturday, the last Saturday we were open, I think we made like $400. Okay, so at
That's a lot of items. Yes.
That's right, at $1 an item. That's how many people came through and going out with stuff. So we know that we're doing something that the community needs. We've got a lot of regulars that come in, but people keep finding us, which is exciting. We hope
I love
will
it.
help people find.
I do too. So, is there an item that you see come in and go out very quickly that somebody, if there's like coats or any, is there a specific item that you can speak of that someone may, maybe several people can come in and help out with that you see turn around?
Seasonally, you can see this is coats, and we're very thin on coats.
You're thin on coat. Well, I'll tell you what, we have a very thick coat closet at home, so my wife can
my men's coats are even thinner.
Okay.
So
we need coats, guys.
Yeah, coats.
Right.
Coats in the winter would be a good thing. It varies. Right before school starts, kids' clothes become real important. So
So as people are going through their stuff at
August,
home, like this is an opportunity. Look, like pack it up, bring it into Holly's House of Hope, and it's going to serve a better purpose than in a box at home.
turns right around, goes right back into the community, provides vocational opportunities for our clients. I think it's like a win-win.
Yes, I love it. And do you have a maximum as far as your clients that you can't take on, or is this kind of an open?
Our capacity here is about 15 people.
So you have some room for growth yet. Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope this message gets out. Is there anything else you want to share with the people of Highland that they may not know about you all or your foundation here?
Oh boy. Yep. I think I've hit most of the high points. I guess the main thing I would say is if you are in need, this is a good place to shop. If you're not in need, it's still a good place. It's still a good place to shop. People, like I said, people who are in need. If you are accessing services elsewhere, we don't vet people, but if you're going to the food pantry, for example, and you need their services, you probably need ours too.
I'm glad you brought that up. I was actually going to ask you about that.
We've got our vouchers there, and then get a voucher and bring it back here. We get, people will. A common thing will be someone will come in with a foster care kid, right? And they just have nothing, And so we'll just kit them out. We try and keep some suitcases for when that happens, and then we can load them up and send them out.
You're helping people on different levels. You're helping your clients, be in a workspace. You're helping people that, maybe utilize the food pantry as another resource for them to come and, take advantage of these, whether it's a voucher or, these dollar items. I mean, you're serving multiple purposes here.
That's the intent. That's the hope.
That's the hope. Holly's House of Hope. I love it.
That's right. It's sort of a one hand washing the other kind of.
And does Holly still work? Is Holly
absolutely? Absolutely.
Okay, great.
She will probably be here in about 10 more minutes.
Great.
She likes to come on the bus. We have a bus. We provide transportation for a lot of our clients, and she would rather take the bus with her friends and ride with her old man.
I love it. Well, this has been an eye opener for me. I love the work that you're doing. We have,
thank you.
We have a member in our family that has Down syndrome, and as soon as you're talking about that, immediately I'm thinking, what an opportunity for the people that have somewhat of a disability.
Sure.
So I thank you for letting us come in and tour your place and share your story, and
absolutely.
Hopefully it brings more awareness and we can get people in here.
Okay, super.
Thank you.
Absolutely.